Everybody. Back for day, what's this, day 9 or 8 of the 30-day 500K challenge. I believe it's day 8. Yeah, I think it's day 8. But yeah, so today wanted to come on and very quickly talk about being yourself, particularly when it comes to on camera. It's something that I just had a conversation with a gentleman by the name of Adam A. Adams, a great guest for the podcast. I'm really, really looking forward to his episode coming out here in, I think it's 2 or 3 months. His episode will come out, and something that he talked about was just how things changed for him when he became authentically himself. And in doing that, having that conversation with him, I realized that that's something that I've got to continue to practice, because I'll get on and I will put on a button down shirt. Not that that's not how I am, but I don't want to portray someone that I'm not when it comes to being on camera, when it comes to talking to you guys, when it comes to talking to myself if nobody's watching, right? I always want to remain myself at all times. So, having all this stuff is cool. Having all the fancy smancy stuff is amazing. But being able to get on camera and be okay with my girls running through in the middle of a talk is the best part. So I want to talk about that real quick. So when you're looking to be yourself, here's how you do it. I'm gonna tell you exactly how you do it, and I'm going to do my best not to make that complicated. Don't do that, please. Don't do that. Don't slide down the stairs in your belly. Okay. Sorry. So what you got to do is understand that you are who you are. The same person that you put on camera should be the exact same person that they see in person. So if you don't use big words during conversation, if you're not like T.I., if you're not talking expeditiously and expialidocious or whatever it is on camera, don't do, or on in real life, don't do it on camera, right? So I speak how I speak normally, and then sometimes you'll hear me speed up really, really fast, right? I'll go fast. Now, I'll taper that, but I taper that because it's necessary for me to get my information across and for you to understand. But it's also something that I practice in real life. So it's not just about being on the camera. It's not just about being on the episode or putting on a show for anyone. It's literally about you as the audience being able to understand and be able to comprehend what I'm saying. When people get on and they ask you to, or they want you to be in a suit and a tie, dress shoes, if that's not what you do, don't do it. That's simple. You don't have to do that thing. Even if you think, oh, that's a professional way of doing things. If you're doing it to build an audience for the know, like, and trust factor, which again is something else Adam Adams got into. If you're looking for that know, like, and trust factor, if you're looking for those things, you have to be yourself. The only way to do that is to just do it. Be okay with slip-ups here and there. Nothing that you put online needs to be perfect. Nothing. I'm literally doing a 30-day challenge to raise 500K, and for the last 2 or 3 videos, I've barely talked about raising 500K for real estate investing. Because yes, that's a thing, and that's a part of it, but it's not as big a part as it is you getting the opportunity to get to know me and to see what I'm up to and what I'm about and the way that I think things and how I project things to you and the energy that I get off. Because there's nothing worse than putting off non-positive energy, or negative energy. It's just a simple way of saying negative. You just said negative energy, but just putting out negative energy. There's nothing worse than that. Like it makes no sense, because you'll get in front of somebody and you'll meet that person in public, and then you realize it's a whole different person. That's why a lot of people will say you never want to meet your heroes, because your heroes in person aren't necessarily always what they project on television. So it's something that you have to be conscious of. So if you're putting something together, if you're working on video, YouTube, IG, Facebook, LinkedIn, Clubhouse, whatever it is, lean into whatever is there. If you've got a concrete brick wall, lean into that. Don't worry about it. Put all your stuff around it. Make the room you, and lean into that. If you're always in a loud place, find a way to lean into that. Now, I don't know how you would do that necessarily, but there's a way. There's a way to do just about everything. You just have to decide to go about in doing it. And that's exactly what being authentically you is. If you're a gamer, find a way to intertwine gaming into whatever you're doing. I'm working right now to figure out how to intertwine some of the stuff that I do with gaming, my love for anime, my love for soccer, my love for family time, the crazy stuff that I kind of experience in the army at times. I'm looking for ways to integrate that into everything that I do content wise so that I can share with you guys more the behind the scenes, more who you're dealing with. Who's the person talking to you about multifamily investing? Who's the person talking to you about investing your IRA or finding ways to loan with a TSP, or doing this project, that project, or hey, this offering is happening. That's who I am. That's what I'm working to become more cognizant, more aware of, and more clear to you about. Because I don't want you to get to the other end of this thing, no matter what it ends up being, and thinking to yourself, man, I should have never talked to Ollie, because you'll know everything about me before we even talk, and that's where I want. And I think that's what we all should want, particularly when it comes to being online and putting our information out there and putting our stuff out there. So I just wanted to go through that a little bit. I want you to remember, you're better than you were. I always mess that part up, so I'm gonna try it again. You're better than you were, but you're not half as good as you're gonna be. Okay, so in the meantime, I gotta go for now, but blessings and peace, and I gotta go chase girls. So